The hum of the spaceship's engines was a constant companion to Alex as he navigated the vast reaches of space. His destination? Zephra, a planet long thought to be abandoned, its secrets hidden beneath decades of cosmic dust and forgotten whispers. As an engineer-astronaut, Alex had visited many worlds, but the enigma surrounding Zephra intrigued him like no other. He adjusted the ship's trajectory, the blue-green orb of Zephra growing larger in the viewport. His heart raced with anticipation. His mission was simple: inspect the planet's ancient machinery, gather data, and return to the Interstellar Engineering Coalition with his findings. But as he neared the planet, an unsettling feeling settled in his chest. There was more to Zephra than the reports suggested. The descent was smooth, the ship's autopilot guiding him through Zephra's thin atmosphere. As the ship touched down with a gentle thud, Alex marveled at the landscape before him. Zephra was a land of stark contrasts. Rugged mountains framed a barren, dusty plain, while patches of verdant green hinted at life struggling to thrive. The sky, a pale lavender, cast an eerie glow over the terrain. Alex stepped out of the ship, the crunch of dry soil beneath his boots echoing in the stillness. He took a deep breath. The air was surprisingly breathable, though tinged with an unfamiliar metallic scent. Scanning the horizon, his eyes caught glimpses of abandoned structures, crumbling towers, and dilapidated machinery, remnants of a once thriving civilization now reclaimed by nature and time. As he moved toward the nearest structure, a sense of desolation settled over him. The silence was oppressive, broken only by the occasional gust of wind stirring the dust. Alex's trained eye quickly assessed the condition of the machinery. Rusted and worn, it was clear they hadn't been maintained for years. Yet, there was a resilience to them, as if they were waiting for someone to breathe life back into their corroded frames. Now, only the ghosts of the past lingered in the crumbling buildings and rusting machinery. His footsteps echoed in the silence, a reminder of how empty the planet had become. He reached the central plaza, where a broken fountain stood as a monument to better times. It was here, beneath the drooping branches of a once grand tree, that he first saw her, Mara. She was crouched beside a dilapidated food kiosk, her hands busy repairing an ancient solar panel. Her movements were precise, practiced, a stark contrast to the chaos around her. Alex approached cautiously, not wanting to startle her. As he got closer, he could see the determination in her eyes, a fierce will that belied her surroundings. Mara looked up, sensing his presence. Her eyes met his, a mix of curiosity and guarded hope. "Hello," Alex said gently. "I didn't mean to intrude. I'm Alex, an engineer sent to inspect the machines here." Mara stood, brushing dust from her worn clothes. "You're the first visitor we've had in years," she replied, her voice steady but tinged with surprise. "I'm Mara." For a moment, they stood in silence, the weight of the years pressing down on them both. Then Mara broke the tension with a small, hesitant smile that spoke volumes. "You're welcome here, Alex. We need all the help we can get." They spent the next few days working together, Alex inspecting the old machines and Mara showing him the few that still functioned. It quickly became clear that she was more than just a resident. She was a guardian of Zephra's fragile hope. She had taught herself to repair the machinery, to find ways to stretch their limited resources, to keep her people alive. One evening, as they sat beside the fountain sharing a meager meal, Mara's gaze turned wistful. "You know," she began, "when I was a child, Zephra was vibrant. Traders from across the galaxy would come here. There was music, laughter, life. But then everything changed." Alex listened, sensing there was more to her story. "What happened?" She sighed, looking down at her hands. "A plague swept through. It took many lives and drove others away. Those who remained were too poor to leave. We've been forgotten, surviving on scraps and memories." A silence fell between them, heavy with unspoken pain. Then Mara looked up, her eyes locking onto Alex's with a newfound intensity. "I believe we can change that. You being here, it's a sign. We can rebuild, but we need help." Alex felt a pang of empathy. He had come to Zephra expecting a simple inspection mission, but had found something much more profound. "I'll do everything I can to help you," he promised. Just a few days ago, he had believed this planet to be abandoned, a relic of a once thriving civilization now reduced to ruins. But now he knew better. Zephra was home to a small, resilient population struggling to survive in harsh conditions. Among them was Mara, a young woman whose determination and hope had ignited something within him. Mara approached Alex quietly, her footsteps barely audible on the dry, cracked earth. She carried a basket filled with a modest meal she had prepared despite the scarcity of resources. She always found a way to make something nourishing and surprisingly delicious. "Good evening, Alex," she greeted, her voice soft but steady. "Evening, Mara," Alex replied, a smile tugging at the corners of his mouth. "What do we have here?" Mara set the basket down and began unpacking its contents. "Just some roasted roots and a bit of fruit. It's not much, but it's what we have." Alex appreciated her efforts, knowing how precious every morsel of food was on this struggling planet. They sat together, sharing the simple meal in companionable silence. The night air was cool, a welcome respite from the day's oppressive heat. After they finished eating, Alex leaned back, gazing up at the stars. "You know, back on Earth, we have a saying, where there's a will, there's a way. I think that applies here." Mara followed his gaze, her eyes reflecting the starlight. "It's a beautiful thought. I've always believed that too. It's why I haven't given up hope, even when things seem impossible." Alex turned to look at her, his expression serious. "Mara, I want to help your people. I want to make Zephra a place where everyone can thrive. But I can't do it alone. I need your help." Mara's eyes widened in surprise. "Me? But what can I do? I'm just one person." Alex reached out and took her hand, his grip firm but gentle. "You're more than just one person. You're intelligent, resourceful, and you care deeply about your people. Together, we can make a difference." Mara felt a warmth spread through her at his words. For so long, she had carried the weight of her people's struggles on her shoulders, feeling helpless and alone. Now, for the first time, she felt a glimmer of hope that things could change. "All right," she said, determination hardening her voice. "What do we need to do?" Over the next few days, Mara and Alex worked tirelessly side by side. Alex showed her how to repair and maintain the old machinery scattered across the planet, teaching her the skills he had honed as an engineer-astronaut. Mara proved to be a quick learner, her natural curiosity and intelligence making her an excellent student. As they worked, they talked about their lives, their dreams, and their fears. Alex shared stories of his adventures in space, the marvels he had seen, and the challenges he had faced. Mara, in turn, told him about Zephra's history, the rise and fall of its once great civilization, and her own hopes for the future. Their bond grew stronger with each passing day. Alex found himself admiring Mara's resilience and optimism, while Mara came to see Alex as a beacon of hope and strength. They complemented each other perfectly, their skills and strengths combining to form a formidable team. One evening, under the pale light of Zephra's twin moons, Mara made a bold request. "Alex, there's something else I need to ask of you." He looked at her, sensing the seriousness in her tone. "What is it?" She took a deep breath, gathering her courage. "Marry me." Alex was taken aback. He had come to care deeply for Mara, but this was unexpected. "Mara, I don't know what to say." Mara's eyes were pleading. "I know it sounds desperate, but marrying you could change everything. It could give me and my people a chance to leave this place, to start anew." Alex's heart ached at the desperation in her voice. "Mara, I care about you truly, but marriage, it's a big step." Mara nodded, tears brimming in her eyes. "I understand. It was a lot to ask." They sat in silence, the weight of her request hanging between them. Over the following days, their relationship grew even closer. Alex couldn't shake the image of Mara's tearful plea from his mind. He began to see her not just as a partner in rebuilding Zephra, but as someone he deeply cared for. The cerulean sky of Zephra stretched endlessly, an expanse of quiet serenity above a world striving for renewal. Alex stood on a rocky outcrop, gazing out over the settlement he had come to know intimately over the past few weeks. The once desolate land now buzzed with a faint sense of purpose, a heartbeat that had begun to echo louder with each passing day. Beside him, Mara pointed toward the horizon, her eyes alight with a mixture of hope and determination. "Over there," she said, "beyond the valley, is where the water source is. If we can repair the aqueducts, we'll have a steady supply of water for the crops." Alex nodded, his mind already formulating a plan. "We can do it. We'll need to prioritize the main conduits first, and then work on the distribution channels." Mara's smile was bright, a beacon of the newfound hope that permeated the air. "With your help, I believe we can make Zephra flourish again." Their partnership had grown beyond mere collaboration. It was a union of minds and hearts, bound by a shared vision. As they worked side by side, repairing machinery and revitalizing the land, Alex found himself drawn deeper into Mara's world, captivated by her resilience and unwavering spirit. One evening, as they sat beneath the canopy of stars, Alex turned to Mara, his expression contemplative. "Mara, I've been thinking about your proposal." She looked at him, a flicker of uncertainty in her eyes. "You have?" Alex nodded, reaching out to take her hand in his. "Yes, and I've come to realize something. I don't just want to help rebuild Zephra. I want to build a future with you." Mara's breath caught in her throat, her eyes widening in surprise. "Alex, are you saying?" He smiled, his thumb gently caressing the back of her hand. "Yes, Mara. I'll marry you. Not just for the sake of your people, but because I care about you deeply. We've been through so much together, and I can't imagine my life without you." Tears of joy welled up in Mara's eyes as she threw her arms around Alex, holding him tightly. "Thank you, Alex. Thank you for giving us hope." Their union was a turning point for Zephra. With the backing of the Interstellar Engineering Coalition, they secured the resources needed to repair the aqueducts, revitalize the fields, and restore the settlement's infrastructure. The once barren land began to bloom with life, a testament to the power of determination and love. Mara and Alex's marriage was a symbol of the new beginning for Zephra. The wedding ceremony was a modest affair, attended by the remaining inhabitants of the planet who had come to see the couple as their leaders and saviors. As they exchanged vows under the pale light of Zephra's twin moons, Alex felt a profound sense of belonging and purpose. Together, they faced the challenges of rebuilding their world, their bond growing stronger with each obstacle they overcame. Alex's engineering expertise combined with Mara's intimate knowledge of the land created a synergy that propelled Zephra toward a brighter future. Years passed, and the settlement flourished. Zephra became a beacon of resilience and renewal, attracting settlers from distant worlds who sought a fresh start. The once-forgotten planet transformed into a thriving community, a testament to the power of love, hope, and the indomitable human spirit. And through it all, Mara and Alex stood side by side, their hearts and minds intertwined, leading their people toward a future filled with promise and possibility. Together, they had not only rekindled the life of a planet, but had also forged a bond that would endure for generations to come. Mara and Alex's story became a legend, a tale of love and perseverance that inspired countless others. As they looked out over the vibrant landscape of their new home, they knew that they had not only found each other but had also found a purpose greater than themselves. Their journey had only just begun, and the stars above whispered promises of endless adventures yet to come. And with their hands clasped together, they faced the future with unwavering hope and boundless love, ready to embrace whatever lay ahead. Years passed, and Zephra continued to thrive under the combined leadership of Mara and Alex. The settlement grew into a bustling hub of activity, attracting settlers from distant worlds who sought a fresh start on the revitalized planet. What had once been a desolate and abandoned place was now a thriving community, a testament to the resilience and determination of its people. Mara and Alex's story had become a legend, inspiring others with their tale of love and perseverance. They worked tirelessly, side by side, to ensure the continued prosperity of Zephra. Their bond grew stronger with each passing day, their love a guiding light for the community they had built. One sunny morning, as Mara and Alex walked through the bustling market square, they marveled at the vibrant life around them. Stalls overflowed with fresh produce, artisans displayed their crafts, and children laughed and played. The air was filled with the scent of blooming flowers and the sound of joyous chatter. Alex turned to Mara, his eyes filled with pride. "Look at what we've accomplished, Mara. Zephra is flourishing." Mara smiled, her heart swelling with happiness. "We did it together, Alex. We gave our people hope and a future." As they strolled through the market, they were greeted by familiar faces, each person expressing their gratitude and admiration for the couple who had transformed their world. It was a day of celebration, a reminder of how far they had come and the bright future that lay ahead. Later that evening, Mara and Alex sat on a hill overlooking the settlement, the setting sun casting a warm glow over the landscape. They held hands, their hearts filled with contentment. "Do you ever think about what the future holds?" Mara asked softly. Alex nodded, his gaze fixed on the horizon. "I do. I think about the adventures that await us, the challenges we'll face, and the new horizons we'll explore. But most of all, I think about you, Mara. I think about how grateful I am to have you by my side." Mara's eyes shimmered with tears of joy. "And I am grateful for you, Alex. Together, we can face anything." Their words were a promise, a vow to continue their journey together, no matter what the future held. And as the stars began to twinkle in the night sky, they knew that their love and partnership would guide them through whatever lay ahead. In the months that followed, Mara and Alex continued to work tirelessly to improve the lives of their people. They implemented new technologies, expanded agricultural efforts, and established trade routes with neighboring planets. Zephra became known as a beacon of hope and innovation, a model for other struggling worlds to follow. One day, a message arrived from the Interstellar Engineering Coalition. It was an invitation for Alex to speak at a prestigious conference on Earth, where he could share the success story of Zephra and inspire others with their achievements. Mara encouraged him to accept the invitation. "You should go, Alex. Share our story with the galaxy. Show them what is possible when we work together." Alex hesitated, not wanting to leave Mara and their beloved planet. But he knew she was right. Their story had the power to inspire others, to bring hope to those who needed it most. "I'll go," Alex said, determination in his voice. "But I want you to come with me, Mara. We've built this together, and I want us to share our story together." Mara agreed, and together they set off for Earth, leaving Zephra in the capable hands of their trusted advisors. The journey was long, but it was filled with excitement and anticipation. They knew that their story had the potential to make a difference, to inspire others to take action and create positive change. When they arrived on Earth, they were greeted with enthusiasm and admiration. The conference was a grand affair, attended by leaders, scientists, and innovators from across the galaxy. Alex and Mara stood before the assembled crowd, their hearts filled with pride and gratitude. Alex began his speech, his voice steady and confident. "Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed colleagues, and fellow dreamers, today, I stand before you not as a hero, but as a testament to what can be achieved when we refuse to give up hope. Zephra was once a desolate and forgotten world, but through love, determination, and the unwavering belief in a better future, we transformed it into a thriving community." Mara continued, her voice filled with passion. "Our journey was not easy, but it was worth every challenge we faced. We learned that the power to change our destiny lies within us, and that by working together, we can overcome any obstacle. Zephra is not just a story of survival. It is a story of rebirth, of hope, and of the incredible potential that resides within each of us." The audience was captivated, their eyes shining with inspiration. Alex and Mara shared their experiences, the lessons they had learned, and the vision they held for a future where no world would be forgotten or abandoned. As they concluded their speech, the room erupted in applause. People approached them, eager to learn more, to offer their support, and to share their own dreams of transformation and renewal. Mara and Alex knew that their journey was far from over. They had sparked a movement, a wave of hope that would ripple across the galaxy, touching the lives of countless others. Returning to Zephra, they were greeted with joyous celebrations. The people of Zephra welcomed them back with open arms, their hearts filled with gratitude and admiration. Mara and Alex stood before their community, their faces glowing with pride. "We did it," Mara said, her voice trembling with emotion. "We shared our story with the galaxy, And now, we are part of something greater than ourselves. Together, we can continue to build a future filled with hope and possibility. The cheers of their people echoed through the night, a symphony of unity and resilience. Mara and Alex knew that they had not only transformed Zephra, but they had also ignited a spark of hope that would burn brightly for generations to come. And as they looked out over their thriving world, hand in hand, they knew that their love and partnership would continue to guide them, no matter where their journey led. Together, they had become a beacon of hope, a testament to the power of love, and a reminder that even the most desolate places could be reborn with determination, compassion, and unwavering faith in the future.